I have received requests from the students that many people are facing difficulties in writing the law paper. So they are facing the difficulty of how to answer the question. Questioning ಹೆಂಗ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ difficulties are coming up. Correct? So to answer the questions, first I will say in the law paper, you try to, whatever you're writing, try to simplify. First thing what you will do is, don't write in paragraph manner. Personally, I don't like it, and I will not recommend also. Okay, so what you have to do, don't write in the paragraph manners. Always, first thing, always write in the points, bullet points. Make bullet points and then answer the question. Maybe it is a direct question, maybe it is a case law. You have to try to write it in the points format. Okay, so make bullet points and write it. If there is something very important, highlight it by underlining that particular point. Okay, so how easily you present it to the invigilators, that much benefit it is for you. Okay, writing in paragraph style is also okay, but I will not recommend that style. I would like if somebody writes it neatly in the bullet points form and highlights the important things. Okay, if it is a direct question, follow this format. And second one is how to answer a case law. So I will give some tips today to answer the case laws. The case laws should be answered in this particular format. In this video, I'm only discussing the formats which must be used while answering the questions of the law paper. Okay, for a direct question, what did I tell? Answer in the bullet point form, highlight the important ones. Okay, now for a case law, how to answer a case law? Case law will be answered in 4 sections. Number 1, write the facts. Number 2, write the provisions. Number 3, write analysis. Number 4, write down the conclusion. Okay, so this is the format of answering the case laws in the law paper. Now, ma'am, what do we write in the facts section? What do we write in the provisions? That's also a question, correct? So now, in the facts, mostly what is given in the question, that is only written, but in simplified manner. Because sometimes in the question, a paragraph is given, correct? But you can simplify that question and write in the few points in the facts section. Clear? So make some points of the question and write down what is given in the question. Now in the provision, this is the main part. Now I would tell this part can be skipped. It is not necessary for you to write this part. If you don't have time and the marks allotted to the particular question is very less, please skip this. Don't write the facts. Okay, facts can be written only in few cases, and if time permits, write the facts. If time does not permit, don't write the facts. Okay, now provision, very very important. You cannot skip this. This is the important part of the answer. Now what is provision? What should we write in the provision section? In the provision section, you will write what is given in your law. What did you study? Complete law. Don't suppose the question is related with undue influence. Okay, now what you will answer in the provision section, you will write all the provisions related with the undue influence only. You will not write anything related with the question. You will write about undue influence affecting the question. Okay, what point is coming in the question, that all related legal provisions given in your law book must be written here. Only provisions. Okay, don't compare anything with the question and write. Just write what is given in the law book, textbook. Only provisions, legal provisions. Suppose it is undue influence, then you will write the points like, I will discuss one question, some few 5-6 questions for you in my next video. In this video, I am just discussing the format. In provisions, what will you write? Only the legal provisions related with that particular concept and nothing else. Ma'am, then what do we write in the analysis? Here you compare. Law says this, but in this question, this has happened. Now, comparison will be done in the analysis part. You will compare. Here, this has happened. Mr. Q has given or Mr. Q has used the influence, he has dominated the will of student. Okay, like this you will compare and make the analysis, complete analysis, a comparison with the question and the law will be done in the analysis section. And in the conclusion section, just write 1 or 2 lines and finish it. Don't make any paragraph here. Okay, what you will try to write in conclusion, just held A can recover the amount, held A cannot recover the amount, held A can sue Mr. Q. Yeah, so likewise you will write the conclusion. So in this 4 sections you need to answer your case laws: facts, provision, analysis and conclusion. I am discussing the question and answers related with this in my next video. Okay, that's it for this one. Thank you so much. Bye.